Here in this final wrap-up video, you can see that I have my nesting scores, which is a raster, and we have our foraging scores, which are a vector, and I went ahead and symbolized them 0 through 8 in both cases. So we have foraging and we have nesting values. Now I encourage you to try to composite these together, but remember we have one in a raster format and one in a vector format. And I have pointed out that due to the number of vertices in here, the vector format, the union goes really slow, and it may even take up to a day or two to run. So when you put these together, remember, convert vectors to rasters may take a little while, but then when you put raster to raster together, you end up, the raster calculator runs much faster than the union would of two vector files. So encourage you to try it. Try it once. If that doesn't work, try it a second time. After that, then you could end up just leaving them like this, but please document that it didn't work with a screen capture or some other notation. Talk to Sam, email me, just so we have a record of that. But I want to point out this is okay. We have a 0 through 8 and then a 0 through 8, and that's what that looks like. Now, one of your last pieces of assignment is to add a variable of your choice to either the no-go, the foraging, or the nesting. Or if need be, you can have it as its own fourth standalone model. There are things in the raw data vector folder like alleys if you want to kind of go with the green infrastructure, alley repurposing and create green alleys for pollinator habitat. We could do that. You could also do apiaries. You could look at the different roads if you're interested in transportation or railways or bikeways and say, you know, I'm going to create a hierarchy of ways of dealing with pollinators along road right-of-ways or medians. We have those. You could focus on education and look at schools or libraries. You could look at different zoning or parcel characteristics, but be creative. But just have a rationale for what you're doing. And with that, think critically about how whether you use a raster or vector for that, how complex the geometry in the data is, and then how you might put these all together. And it really comes down to what is that story that you are telling. With that, that ends this video and this assignment series. So good luck. Please stay in touch if you're having issues, but just remember I may or may not get back to you right away. But we'll work through it and work it out. So don't stress out too much about it. All right. Good luck.